So hi, welcome. Thank you for taking some time out on your Sunday, this rainy day. Could you introduce yourself to everyone?
Sure. My name is Sharla DeLauder, and I live in Teaneck, New Jersey, in Bergen County.
Okay, Sharla. And could you tell me how does the LGBT community relate to you?
Well, growing up, I had quite a number of gay friends. Um, but in my adult life, I married to a transsexual crossdresser. Uh, I belong to a congregation. My church congregation has a lot of members from the LGBT community. And I am on the social co-chair of our social ministries team, and we run a Transgender Day of Remembrance memorial every year, which I chair. And I'm in a transgender support group with my husband, and I have, other gay friends as well, not associated with the church. So it's just, it's a big part of my life.
So before I forget,
Mhm,
you had mentioned you do Trans Day of Remembrance and you have a trans support group. If you
mhm.
can and are willing, could you offline send that information to me? Because I'm creating a resource page on this web page that I'm creating, so that if people want to be a part of that or need to know about
Absolutely.
that, that would be really
Sure.
great if you share that. Um,
Okay.
all right, so you're very entrenched in the community.
Right. I myself am, cisgender, heterosexual woman, but the LGBT community has been a big part of my life since childhood.
Awesome. So, so you've been in trance with the community for a fair part of your life.
Mhm.
Do you think, um, how do you feel about the fact there is no LGBT center? And then also, do you think that there's a need for one currently?
I think there's, yes, I do think there's a definite need because so many in the LGBT community need support um, of varying different, levels of support. And I'm familiar with the Rockland County has a really big organized system that a lot of people, even from Bergen County, make use of because we have none of our own. Um, yes, I definitely think there's a need. I think it not only supports the community, but it also would help educate um, people that may not be that familiar with LGBTQ plus issues. You know, just from the fact of knowing that there is this organization and this support um, automatically brings attention and education to the population.
Yeah. And so another, you were talking about how you support the Rockland County, and that's where you go for where you've been going sort of for resources.
Well, not me personally, but I know that members that are in our support group
Yeah.
that we run in Hackensack um, have gone to meetings there or made available services. I've also seen this booklet that they had put out of all LGBT friendly businesses, which I think would be um, a fabulous resource for Bergen County to do something like that. You know, I know of a handful who might advertise at our TDORs, but it's nothing compared to what it could be, representing the county, or even if the businesses are in another county and support the Bergen County,
Yeah.
community.
Yeah, and so what I was getting at is a lot of times people are saying, "Oh, New York is right there," or Rockland County is right there. So why do we need one here when you can go there? So how do you feel about that?
I'm like, why do you have to go there? We should have one here. You know what I mean? If you wanted to, go to New York for everything, you'd live in New York. If you wanted to go to Rockland County for everything, you'd live in Rockland County. Why not make it convenient and available to the people that are here, especially when there's such a large population in the community right here in the county?
Yeah, exactly. And then it's also y- it may not serve Bergen County. They're Rockland County, so they're not going to have the information for Bergen County. They don't,
Right.
New York is not going to know what dentist to go to in Bergen County, are they?
Right. Yeah, right. I mean, the idea is to make it easier for people, not more difficult, not send them elsewhere when you can do it right here.
Exactly, exactly. So, I'm going to ask you, do you have any other things you want to bring, points you want to raise, or if you have any questions? I'm just to leave it open for you. This is
Um, I'm really thankful that you're doing this. I think it's long overdue. Um, um, but I really can't think of any questions at this time. I'm sure down the road a lot will come up.
and what my contact.
Certainly like to I'd certainly like to, offer any help that I could if you need, help moving forward. I don't know what help I could be or how much time I could devote to it, but I'm spread pretty thin right now with all that I do. But I certainly think this is important and worth, the giving of my time and energy.
So I just want to make it clear that you know that this is being recorded and that this is going to eventually live in a public space for
Right.
everyone to see, and you give consent to that.
Oh yeah, no problem.
And also, do you feel comfortable with everything that you've spoken about? Do you feel like this is productive?
I do. Nothing in my life, well, with regards to the LGBT community is clandestine or hidden. Both my husband and I speak very freely and openly about our positions, and we're out and about, so doesn't bother me in the least. If who knows.
Also, at any given time, for any reason, if you want to take it down, just reach out to me and I will take it down within a reasonable amount of time to do so. I just want to make that clear to you.
Okay.
Last thing is to say thank you for being visible. Thank you for not hiding and being the person you are, and just to say how valuable you are and how precious your relationship is, and thank you for being the person you are. I just want you to make sure you know that.
Oh, thank you. I will say, for years, I have made myself available um, to spouses of trans people who might need to speak with somebody going through what they go through. Not a lot of people have taken me up on it over the years, but I've always made myself available to talk. I'm from a non-professional standpoint. I'm not a professional of any in any sense of the word in this regard, but just some people, it's like they start freaking out when they find out their spouse is trans or what have you, and so I'm always happy to share my experiences and how it came to be that my husband came out to me, and whatever. So I'm always open about that as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much, and I really
You're welcome.
I'm going to
Yeah.
end recording now.
Okay. Cool.